Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Amrin Munafulania. I am a student of SAS Institute of Management Studies MMS first year. Today presentation topic is transportation problem presented to Kushal sir. Now we start with introduction. Transportation problem involves the determination of the minimum cost for allocating a product from several supply source to several destination. The transportation problems is a special class for the linear program problem, and the transportation problems deals with the distribution of goods for the several points of the supply to number points of a demand, and typically the objective of a minimize total transportation and the production cost. Now we discuss the definition of transportation problem. A simplified versions to be a simplex method talked about in case of a linear programming can be used in solving such problems, and simplified the version in the often is known as a transportation algorithm. At times this is also known as a transportational method. Now we discuss some assumptions of the transportational problem. First is the supply and the limited quantity of the commodity such as an cement is available at a certain source in factory. The second assumption of the transportation problem is the demand, and there is the demand for the commodity at several destinations such as the warehouse stores. And the third assumption is the quantities, and the quantities supply at a demand and the each destination. Now we discuss some methods of the transportation. There are the three methods of transportation: north-west corner method, and the least cost method, and the Vogel's approximation method. But now we only discuss the one method, that is the north-west corner method. The north-west corner rule is a technique for calculating an initial feasible solutions for the transportational problem. In this method, we must select basic variable from the upper left cells. Example, the northwest corner cell. Now we discuss the one examples of the northwest corner, that is the solve the following transportational problem using the northwest corner method. The one example is given here, and now we discuss the solution of that problem. And the first step to solve that problem is choose the northwest corner cell, that is F1 and W1. Second step is to allocate as much units as possible to the supply, and the demand is example minimum 5 7. So we select the 5. Allocate the 5 unit in the cell is F1 and W1. And the third step is, since the supply at the factory F1 is exhausted, move to the cell is F2 and W1. The fourth is choose the minimum in 8 and 2. So we allocate the 2 units to the cell of F2 and W1. And the fifth is, since the requirement is satisfied at a W1 to the cell of F2 and W2, so the allocate the minimum 6 and 9 to cell and F2 and W2 is example the 6 unit. The sixth steps is that since the supply is exhausted at a F2 to the move cell of F2 and the W2, choose the minimum is 7 and 3, so we choose the 3. Allocate the 3 units to cell of an F3 and W2. Now to move to the cell is F3 and W3 in allocates and 14 and 18. Now we choose the 4 units. And now to move the cell is the 4 the 3 and the W3 and allocate the minimum, so is a 14 and 14 units. And now we done the total transportation cost. Now we discuss the advantage of the northwest corner, and the first advantage is that a method is a verify and effective at its provide the step-by-step solution. And the second advantage is that it's very simple to obtain the optimum solutions through this method. Now we discuss the disadvantages of the northwest corner. This method does not take into the consideration and the important factors-wise cost, which is sought to be minimized. And the second disadvantage of northwest corner rule to take the more time in obtaining the optimal solution. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel.